Tennessee Volunteers, our all-tell Raycom SEC Game of the Week, the Vols and the Gators. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Rocket O'Connell Center in Gainesville, Florida. I'm Tom Hammond. This is a huge game. Tennessee playing for a #1 seed in the NCAA tournament, and the Gators, the two-time defending national champions, playing just to get into the NCAA tournament. Larry Conley is here for the color commentary. And Larry, this season, so many talented newcomers in the SEC, but none better than Tyler Smith of Tennessee and Nick Calathes of Florida.
And let's start with Tyler Smith, a transfer from Iowa on a team that is blessed with some good individual players. I think he may be the most complete player on this basketball team. He rebounds, he shoots, he defends, he passes. He does everything for this squad. He's an outstanding player in this conference. On the other side, Nick Calathes is certainly a candidate for Freshman of the Year honors in this league. Not only a scorer, a rebounder, he leads this conference in assists. He has had a good year.
All right, what about our Pontiac keys to the game tonight?
Well, I think if we start with the keys to the game, you've got to start on one side with Tennessee. And for Tennessee, it's simply being able to defend what Florida's going to throw at them offensively, handle the screens, and do a good job on the ball defense. On the other side, I don't know if there's a statistic that more personifies this Florida squad than their three-point shooting. Three's company for the Gators tonight.
All right, and from the O-Dome in Gainesville, the Rowdy Reptiles are ready. They know how big this game is. Tennessee blew the Gators out in Knoxville. Florida looks for better things tonight. Inside the O-Dome, which is packed and loud tonight, as the Tennessee Volunteers call on the Florida Gators. Albert Alligator is here. He was up in the Rowdy Reptile section. They just about pushed him over the railing. Bruce Pearl, the Tennessee coach, done such an outstanding job with the Volunteers, and Tennessee has won 6 of the last 8 against Billy Donovan. And the Florida Gators, the two-time defending national champions, playing now for their NCAA lives. They host Tennessee tonight. They go to Rupp Arena on Sunday. Tyler Smith, Chisholm, Jawan Smith, Lofton, and Ramel Smith starting for Tennessee. You saw the Florida lineup as well as Calathes gets the opening tap. It's Hodges, Werner, Calathes, Spates, and Lucas. Officials are Tony Green, Mike Pitts, and Mike Eads.
Tennessee opens up in a man-to-man defense. This is what they did up in Knoxville. Gators lit them up in the first half and still couldn't hold on.
Tennessee just finally wore them down and won 104-82. Here's Spates.
He's got a nice little soft, short-range jump hook that he put on display right there against Chisholm. Good start for the Gators. They go to a zone defense.
Spates off a 20-point, 10-rebound performance, and there's Tyler Smith with the answer.
I told the officials before the game tonight, I said, I hope you guys have got your track shoes on tonight.
Interesting strategy. Florida, of course, likes up-tempo as well. Sort of plays into Tennessee's hands. I was wondering if they might try to take a page out of Kentucky's book, the way the Wildcats played, controlling the tempo. Suddenly, it doesn't matter if Hodge keeps hitting shots like that. Walter Hodge for 3 from Calathes.
Florida's in a man-to-man defense.
Chisholm feeds it back outside. Here's Tyler Smith. Collision and a blocking foul.
The first basket of the evening. Tyler Smith comes back and matches it with a little short-range jump shot from about 6 feet out. And then, of course, Hodge nailing the 3 gets the Gators off to a good.
Hodge takes precedence here. And
is that just in Gainesville?
No. Depends on whether you're in front of the Reptiles or not. Hodge in trouble. Back out to Calathes. Werner for 3, and Florida has not missed. They're 3 for 3, and 2 of them were trifectas. Ramel Smith had to give it up. Fall away, Tyler Smith short, rebounded by Werner. Taken away by Chisholm.
I don't know if it was as much having it taken away as it was Werner just losing the ball. He left it right into the lap of Chisholm.
Lucas in a hurry lost it. Now Hodge And they're still hot. 4 for 4, and 3 of them. 3-pointers.
What a start for the Gators. Tom, you know, they did this up in Knoxville. I mean, they shot 64% in that first half. Billy Donovan told me today, he said, we shot 64%. We were only up 4. I was worried.
Juwan Smith gets it to the rim and puts it through.
Just the type of game we expected to see tonight. A lot of high offensive, high-octane power on the Big O offense.
There's a reach-in foul. Was called for the offensive foul earlier, so 2 early fouls on Juwan Smith. That could be a big point for Tennessee with only 3 minutes plus gone by, and Juwan Smith picks up his 2nd foul.
Lofton on Calathes, and Lofton knocked it out. Great career at Tennessee.
Juwan Smith goes out with that 2nd foul. J.P. Prince is in, the 6'7" sophomore from Memphis. There's Chris Lofton. Last 2 regular season games today and Sunday.
All-time leading 3-point shooter in the Southeastern Conference.
Gators get Chandler Parsons into the game, the 6'9" freshman from Castleberry, the high school teammate of Nick Calathes at Lake Powell High School. Another 3, and another one knocked down. Walter Hodge, or no, a long-range 2, they say. Hodge has just been on fire. Nice work underneath. J.P. Prince gets his first field goal. Parsons quickly down there, draws the crowd. Back to Hodge. Still hasn't missed.
This is unbelievable. I mean, Florida's not wasting any time.
And the Gators right back. Parsons the rebound. Here's Calathes. Calathes against Tyler Smith. Lays it in. How about 100% shooting? 7 of 7. And Walter Hodge has 4 of them. Tyler Smith. Spates for the block.
Good offside help defensively that time by Spates. Well, Ramar Smith is all over Calathes.
Hodge. Back to Werner. Goes inside and Spates. Still perfect. Spates with a finish from Werner. And they're 8 for 8.
They've got this crowd in a frenzy.
Missed shot chased down by Parsons. 9-2 run for the Gators, who have not missed in 8 shots. Spates kind of hesitated. Had he kept going, comes Jordan Howell into the game for the Volunteers.
One of the things Florida is doing is getting the ball down the floor quickly and getting those shots before Tennessee can set that defense. And that has been a big plus for them so far.
Duke Cruz also in for the balls. Lofton being checked by Hodge. Got a screen to get loose and knocked down the shot. That's a 2.
Yeah, good utilization of the screen that time. One of the things Chris Lofton has done very well his last 2 years is learn to put that ball on the floor and use those screens. He has been such a pleasure to watch over his career.
Six minutes into the game, and the Gators running their half-court offense in a crisp manner. Werner for 3. They're 9 for 9.
Everybody's getting into the act. Good job by Werner coming off of that screen. I don't think Tennessee really respects his outside shooting ability.
Tyler Smith. Prince had it for a moment. Chased down by Cruz. Lofton, ball fake. Howell finds an open Prince, who lays it in.
Nice maneuver by Howell to get the ball around the corner and get it to Prince moving on the baseline. Hard to adjust your defense when the ball moves that quickly.
Werner again. First miss of the game on the 10th attempt by the Gators. Prince, nobody stopped him.
Well, that was a breakdown in communication by someone there, and Billy Donovan is not happy at all. We have got a parade in front of the scorer's table over there waiting to come in.
Well, at this pace, both coaches will have to go to their bench liberally. Hodge. Parsons for three. That's short. See that one all the way. Howell lets it go.
At mid-season, as J.P. Prince did, as he grabs this pass from Howell going the baseline, Prince has contributed greatly to the success of this Volunteer squad. That's a terrific move down the middle, just recognizing the opening and taking advantage of it.
To the bench now. He came in and in 2 minutes scored 6 points.
He probably went back to the bench and says, hey, it's easy out there tonight.
Spates, after that shot was blocked. Here's Calathis with a lead pass. Adam Allen is coming in for the Gators. Allen, the 6'8" freshman from Milton, Florida. Josh Tabb, 6'4" sophomore, Carbondale, Illinois, on for Tennessee. Chisholm missed it, almost tapped in by Mitchell.
Mitchell of Florida almost gave Tennessee a basket. Look at that pass by Calathis.
And a slam by Spates. Calathis. Penetration and a dish. That's why he leads the league. Don't get carried away now, Larry.
I still haven't figured out where Australia is. So.
Florida fouls on number 14, Adam Allen, his first.
Adam Allen committing his first foul as we take a break at the 11:55 mark. And the Florida blitz continues.
Taste nothing but
Out of the Vols early, 27-14. Log on to raycomsports.com and check out the Toyota Info Center. That's the Toyota where the Florida Gators lit it up by hitting their first 9 shots of the game. And they had equaled their biggest lead, a 13-point edge on the Vols as Juwan Smith, playing with 2 fouls, back on for Tennessee. Chisholm over Spates. Nice shot.
You know, I was watching Tennessee work out yesterday, and Chisholm was working on that shot right there. That little turnaround off of the glass. Bruce Pearl told him, he says, don't dunk it, use the glass. I thought that was really good instruction.
Ryan Williams on the floor for the Vols, 6'10" freshman from the Bronx, New York. Spates with a screen for Lucas. Calathis, the floater, good.
He just makes good decisions, Tom. So one thing about this freshman, he is so mature.
Juwan Smith with a 3 for Tennessee.
That's why he's back in the game.
Vols able to set up their pressure, and Calathis with a run out.
You know, one of the things that happens in conference play is that when you see that Tennessee press, you learn about it, you study it, you watch tapes, you figure out what you're going to do against it. Florida has figured out something there. That was a good pass to Calathis.
Spates made it. Here's Chisholm inside. Off Williams, it appeared.
What Spates?
Calathis step back 3. Chisholm. Juwan Smith running the court. Leaves it for Lofton. Good closeout defense by Hodge. Here's Juwan Smith for 3. Chased down by Walter Hodge. Good step-in defense made by Ramar Smith to break up.
It has to be precise. I mean, the timing has to be exactly right.
Tyler Smith has come back for Tennessee. Duke Cruz also comes in. Prince is out there.
What a luxury Bruce Pearl has. I mean, he can play 10 guys and really the talent level doesn't drop off.
Just keep coming at you in waves. Hodge. What body control. Kept the ball away from the defense and knocked it through. Calathis the pass. Hodge to finish. Walter Hodge with 13 points. Near turnover. It is a turnover. Hodge finally gets control. Puts it up wildly. And Ramar Smith the other way. Pull up. Ramar Smith won't go. Spates coming off 3 straight 10-rebound games.
Spates is having another good game here tonight. You're right, Tom. He's been a terror on the glass. Look at this maneuver by Hodge. Took a little bit of a blow from Prince right there and still was able to get it up and off the glass.
Duke Cruz committing his first foul for Tennessee, and Florida has it with a 33-19 lead.
Billy Donovan's going to give Hodge a little bit of a blow right now. I think a pretty good move. But not for long. He's up off the bench, coming back.
Don't want him to cool off.
What a start.
Spates shows a pretty outside touch, about a 15, 16-footer. Mari Spates.
Look at Lofton. He got it.
Wow, sitting on his backside.
He found the opening like Prince did earlier, just going to the opposite side. Well, that's the one thing about his game that's really improved. I think going to the basket. I mean, we've always known he's a good three-point shooter.
Calathes with the lob to Spates.
There's no room to talk in here. Just watch it. Enjoy it.
10 of 11 shooting. The Gators. 15 of 19 overall.
Good step out by Spates that time.
Lofton had to shoot it with the shot clock down to 3 and winds up big by the Gators. Tennessee shooting 50%, and they're down 16. Alex Tyus makes his first appearance as the Gators throw it away. Juwan Smith going in against Parsons, got it.
Well, terrific play that time with Juwan Smith. Not unusual. His 52nd steal of the year. He ranks 5th in the SEC in that category.
Runner Calathes too hard. Tyler Smith in a hurry. All the way, missed it, partially blocked, and taken by Werner. Tyus got a piece of the shot.
Hodge looking back at Donovan, looking for instructions.
Haven't had many half-court opportunities. It's been run the court and put it up in a hurry. Tyus hammered as he, offensive foul. It's been non-stop end-to-end action as the Florida Gators have hit 15 of their first 20 shots, and they lead the ball. Lead. Kentucky a winner. Alabama and LSU, all the games close tonight. Georgia and Auburn. Big Ten action. Memphis, CUSA are wrapped up by the Tigers. 37-23, the Florida Gators trying to make a statement to the NCAA selection committee and beating the Vols at their own game so far. And it's either feast or famine for Florida, it seems. When they win, they're hitting nearly 84 points a game. When they lose, they can only manage 65.
Tom, I said at the top of the show that I thought the threes defined this team, never more so. I think that glaring statistic when they shoot only 23% from beyond the arc in those 8 losses. Tonight has been a different story.
Calathes with the Florida foul. Here are the credentials. J.P. Prince with 2 free throws. Pulls the balls a little closer. Here's Hodge. You better get back on defense. He laid it in.
What a night for Walter Hodge.
15 points already. Tough catch there by Duke Cruz. Sandwich between Gators, and Calathes commits his second.
Yeah, Tom, oftentimes when you see a player like that grab that ball, it is very difficult to not put it on the floor. Go back and
the Gators have gotten how many baskets off that run out? A couple at least.
Well, you know, they've already played once this year. You indicated how badly Tennessee had beaten Florida earlier in the season. I think they learned a lot from that, and they figured out how to handle this pressure from Tennessee.
Cruz hits 1 of 2.
I asked Bruce Pearl about that the other day. I said, it seems like to me you're not pressing as much this year as you have in the previous 2 years. And he says, you're right. Yeah. He says, we've pulled it off more this year. He says, my guys are pretty good in the half-court defense, and I agree with him. I think they're much better this year.
Parsons off a screen with Prince closing out in a hurry. Werner thought about the three, instead goes inside, and Tyus is fouled.
Cruz came out of his shoe. I've heard of guys running out of their shoe, but not fouling out of their shoe.
His second foul.
A lot of players being used in this first half by both clubs.
Parsons back out to Hodge. On its way, three, no good. Tyler Smith the rebound. Jordan Howell driving on Hodge. Pull-up shot, good. Jordan Howell's first basket.
Howell has given Tennessee some awfully good minutes this year. He's another one of those seniors. They lose three of them. Obviously, Juwan Smith and Chris Lofton being the other two.
He'll be honored Sunday afternoon at Thompson Bowling Arena, senior day, against South Carolina.
And you and I will be sitting right there, courtside.
Spates. Maurice Spates with 6 for 6 shooting. I want he and Hodge to have a shoot-off at halftime. Chisholm walked.
Bruce Pearl not afraid to use Jordan Howell right here on the nice cut across the lane. If you can get the defender back, you got a chance. Look at Spates with this nice maneuver right here. Face up, straight on. You talked about his rebounding ability. I'll tell you what, he's picked up his scoring the last month of the season too. See right there, 12 points already to go with 3 rebounds.
And another assisted field goal by the Gators.
Well, Tennessee leads the nation in assists. The Gators are not far behind them.
They're beating them at their own game in several ways tonight. Parsons missed the three. Tyler Smith. Howell for three. Got it.
Three-point basket for Jordan Howell.
And Tennessee's within 10.
Yeah, Jordan Howell really picking them up now, coming off of that bench.
Lucas calls his half-court play.
Yeah, Lucas wants to get everybody set up.
In trouble.
Lofton doing a nice job on him out front.
Hodge came to get it. Hodge penetrates. Off-balance shot. Spates missed the follow. Here's Lofton to Smith. Juwan Smith launching a three. Rimmed out. Saturday. Vandy could conceivably be playing to tie Kentucky for the second spot in the East. Galethus pushed. It's on Juwan Smith. 3:57 left. We'll take a break. 10-point game in Gainesville. Fans. 41-31, Gators leading the Volunteers. Just under 4 minutes to go in the opening half. And these two teams met earlier this season in Knoxville. The Gators up by 13 at one point in the first half, but the Vols cut it to only 4 at intermission. Tennessee dominated the second half, though, outscoring Florida 60-34. Tyler Smith scored 21 of his career-high 23 in the second half. Trays were wild as Juwan Smith and Chris Lofton both ended the game with 6 apiece. The then-ranked 7th Volunteers scored the 104-82 victory over the Gators. So far, this game sort of following the same script. The Gators off to the big start here in the first half. Billy Donovan hoping this time they can hold on. A clarification on the foul situation. Earlier, Juwan Smith was announced as having his second foul. In fact, Bruce Pearl took him out of the game. Wasn't too long though before he came back, and the reason was they had miscredited the foul. So the last foul by Juwan Smith was just his second.
You and I were talking about a conversation the officials were having with the scorekeeper over there while we were away at a break early on in this first half, and that was what it was about.
Werner against Chisholm. Blocked out of bounds.
They haven't bothered us so far this year. And what I am seeing are these guys really beginning to come on at the end of the season here.
Werner with a couple of free throws. And back to the foul mix-ups. The same thing has happened as Chisholm gets the pass from Prince. Same thing has happened with Nick Calathis. They announced him as having 2. He has only 1 foul for Florida.
I hope you're keeping track of all this.
Obviously not.
Warner with a high post look back. There's his target. Good pass.
Lucas with a 3-pointer from Calathis.
A lot of assists flowing from Florida tonight. Look at
Lofton with an answer for Tennessee.
no time to breathe.
Florida's biggest lead has been 16. It's 10. Werner makes it 13 with another 3-pointer.
Tom Werner came into this game at 28% three-point shooter.
Gators are 7 of 12 from the 3-point arc. Chisholm, low block against Spates. Spates got a hand in his face, didn't matter. Wayne Chisholm with a nice shot.
That was some offensive maneuver right there. Spates did everything he could do defensively to keep him from making that basket. That was just simply was a good individual offensive play.
Chisholm with 8 points. Under 2 in the first half. Reach-in foul on Prince of this. One of the best free throw shooters in the league, 10th at 72%, hits 2. That was the 8th foul against Tennessee. Florida's only committed 4 fouls. Howell for 3, an air ball. Still waiting for the call as Tyler Smith was pushed out of bounds with the ball tucked under his arm. It is a Gator foul. Who was the foul on?
Watch Jordan Howell right here with this shot. You can see him get pushed right there.
Werner.
Got a pretty good nudge.
Yeah, Werner got him.
Just a friendly little tap. How about that move by Prince?
He's done that a couple of times, just spun his way free to the rim and jammed it home. J.P. Prince with 10 points.
Tom, watching him play, he doesn't have a lot of confidence in his shot beyond 15 feet. That's why he pushes the ball and takes it to the rim as strong as he does. Well, he's done that several times here tonight.
Calathis fouled by Tab, or is it?
Go back and take a look at J.P. Prince again. Nice maneuver. He takes that turn and just spins right back to the inside. Florida with very little help defense there when those moves are being made. Tennessee's gotten a lot of unmolested shots tonight, close to that basket.
Josh Tab did make the foul. Missed the front end of the bonus. Prince. Rebounded by Werner. Hodge calling for it. He has it. Feeds it back to Lucas.
Smart move. Didn't have anything, decided to pull it back out. It has been a terrific first half for Florida.
Calathis collides with Prince. It's a foul on J.P.
He has played in the last 4, including this one.
Well, you have to think it would take an emotional toll playing #1 Memphis, then going to Vanderbilt, playing and losing to the Commodores, then playing playing Kentucky on Sunday. So you would think that emotionally it's going to eventually take its toll, but they look fine to me tonight. Just that the Gators blitzed them to open the game.
I mean, how often do you see a team start off the way Florida has started here tonight at home? And one thing about the Gators, they do play well at home. 15-3 so far.
Already 4 of the 5 Florida starters are in double figures. Tyler Smith missed it. Tapped once, no good. Tyler Smith again, this time good.
One of the things that Tennessee has been doing well recently has been their offensive rebounding. One thing Bruce Pearl talked a lot about yesterday in practice.
Final seconds of the half. Lucas penetrates, blocked.
Be our final chance to see Dave Odom coach the South Carolina Gamecocks. His last game of the season. He will be in the tournament, obviously, but during the season, we will say goodbye to him. He's been a terrific guy to deal with, Tom, over the years.
Absolutely. He'll make his last trip into Knoxville. Right into Parsons, who is fouled as the first half comes to a close.
How about that? Chisholm's going to pick up a foul. The question is, was the clock already gone?
So 1.6. Jawan Smith heaves from center court. As the first half comes to a close, Florida Gators shooting at a 68% clip. They hit their first 9 shots of the game. And they'll go to the locker room at halftime, leading the Tennessee Vols. It's Florida 55, Tennessee 42. Back with our halftime activities in just a moment. Coast vacations, weekend golf getaways, and Nike golf clubs and accessories. Log on to chance to win. Halftime activities here at the O-Dome, where the Gators hit their first 9 shots of the game, led by Walter Hodge, and finished the half hitting 7 of 12 from the three-point arc. I don't know that I've ever seen a hotter start than the Gators tonight.
No, that O-Dome probably is for offense because they really put it up there tonight. Hodge off to a great start at 15 in the first half. How about 17 baskets, or 19 baskets, 17 assists on 19 baskets. Here's some of the work in the first half. Here's Walter Hodge nailing one of his threes. He had a great first half. I'll tell you what, this Florida team was, while they were moving the basketball well, they were getting good looks at the basket. They were not taking bad shots early on.
And off the bench for Tennessee, J.P. Prince put up some points.
He did indeed, and he was very quick to score. I mean, when he came off, he got 3 baskets in a hurry. One of those right down the middle. Florida's defense broke down a couple of times to allow them to get those baskets, but what a great first half it was.
Gators' biggest lead was 16 at one point in that first half. Let's take a look now at our Advance Auto Parts drive to the SEC Championship standings. Down to the final couple of games in the SEC regular season. Kentucky wins tonight at South Carolina, trying to hang on to second place. Vanderbilt in a close one at home against Mississippi State at the moment. And Kentucky with a big win in Columbia tonight.
Yeah, and the SEC West, Mississippi State has locked up the Western Division.
Season championship between Tennessee and Mississippi State. Also still up to grabs here in the final week of the regular season.
He's in the light t-shirt shooting at the East basket. And Michael Peroni.
Number retired. And was quite an outstanding player, both as a professional and as a college player here in Gainesville.
I saw him play a lot as a collegiate, only a couple of times as a pro when he was with Phoenix out there. He played
in their biggest deficit of the season at halftime so far tonight. As we check our crystal halftime scoreboard, Kentucky again with that big win in Columbia, and Georgia beats Auburn at Auburn tonight.
Staying in the Southeastern Conference, LSU.
Halftime in Gainesville, Gators up 55-42 over Tennessee. And before tonight, the most points given up in a half by Tennessee were 50, and the biggest deficit they faced at halftime was 9. Both of those against Texas, a game they eventually lost to the Longhorns, so not good signs for Tennessee. I don't know, the whole first half was a highlight.
I was going to say, we don't have enough time to show you everything that happened in the first half, but we'll try. Here's some of the outstanding highlights of the first half. Jawan Smith right here on the finish down inside. He had 7 points, as did Chris Lofton as he nails one of his threes right here. J.P. Prince had a good first half, coming off the bench scoring 10 points, 6 of them in about a 2-minute period. For Florida, 3-point field goals in that first half, shooting 28% from the 3-point line all year.
And our Infinity halftime stats, excellent shooting both ends of the court, but Florida just out of their mind, and 7 of 12 from 3-point range. And despite the pace of the game, only 4 turnovers each. But look at the assists for the Gators. 17 assists for the Gators and only 4 turnovers. Teams heading back to the court, 55-42, Florida. That's the Hippodrome State Theater on a pleasant night in Gainesville after a gorgeous March day. And everything coming up roses for the Gators and their fans, because not only was it a beautiful day in Gainesville, but a beautiful night as well, as the Gators have been playing lights out. Prince the only ball in double figures. Hodge, Spates, Werner, and Calathis, 4 of the 5 starters in double figures for the Gators.
Tom, you pointed out at halftime the fact that these two clubs have only turned the ball over 4 times each. I think it's remarkable at the pace of play that we had in their first 20 minutes. We only had a total of 8 turnovers. It says a lot about the way these two clubs have played. And it's not that there was defense lacking at all. I thought they played pretty good defense. Just the offense was much better.
Tennessee gets the ball to start the second half. Tyler Smith, Ramar Smith, Chris Lofton, Wayne Chisholm, and Jawan Smith. Lofton, jump stop, flips it up there, draws the foul. So Lofton takes it to the rim to open the second half. They weren't pretty, but they both went through.
Yeah. That's two pretty good shooters you just mentioned. Not just from the free throw line, but from everywhere else on the court, too.
Calathes with 7 assists in the first half, threw that one to no one. A fan. Log on to RaycomSports.com. Look for the Toyota Info Center. That's your online the Toyota Info Center at RaycomSports.com. Lofton for 3, short. Tyler Smith with a follow, and 1.
Shades of the game in Knoxville. Are the Volunteers going to come back again? Look at this maneuver by Tyler Smith right here. Misses it, comes back, grabs it, and sticks it off of the glass.
19-21. We're just starting the second half. Vols making it a run. 55-46. The Gator lead has been trimmed by the Vols starting the second half. As we look at the nation's Power 25 presented by Q from Quaker State. Tennessee currently in the 4th spot and Vanderbilt at number 16. Up at Nashville, they're in overtime.
Mississippi State was up 1.
Meanwhile, here in Gainesville, Billy Donovan has seen the Volunteers outscore his team to start the second half. It's now a 5-0 run by the Vols to open the second half.
There's a great shot of Calathes and Donovan over there. One guard talking to another one.
The lead down to 8. Cut the biggest lead of the game in half. Werner passed up a 3.
He knows good fortune smiled on him in the first half. Not sure he wants to stretch it any further.
10 to shoot. Lucas in trouble. 4 to shoot. Lucas has to scoop it. It's no good. And an offensive foul on Jay Lucas. Not a good possession by the Gators that time. Second foul on Lucas.
See, Tom, that happened with Calathes out of the game. When he comes back into the game, things begin to happen for Florida. Lucas got himself in a position here where he really couldn't do anything. He was trying to get inside. That might have been a foul I would just let go.
Well, he got away with a hook that they didn't call, so poetic justice. Calathes is back. Chris Lofton. Here's Ramar Smith. Tap no good and ripped down by Spates in the hands of Calathes. Lost it. Ramar Smith has Tyler Smith on a wing, feeds it back to Jawan. He fell down. He's all over the court.
He bowled it back to Chisholm, just rolled it to him.
Bruce Pearl calling his half-court set.
I was going to say a much different start in the second half than the first half.
Tyler Smith.
Tom, I talked about him at the top of the show. He has such a magnificent game. Total and complete. Nice maneuver right there.
7-0 run to start the second half for the Volunteers.
See how Florida handles this now. They need a basket right here, if nothing else, to get some confidence back.
Deflected, but Werner able to come up with it. Calathes backs it out, says recycle this offense. Seven to shoot. Spates has it swiped, taken back by Lucas. 2 to shoot. Lucas hit the rim, so it won't be shot clock. Tennessee had it for a moment. Who touched it last? Chisholm.
Has the ability to score from just about anywhere inside 12 feet. He has the ability to maneuver with either hand going inside. That time he made a nice spin move inside against Werner.
the second half. Warner made a nice catch. Lofton all over him. Calathes drives baseline, lays it in.
Tennessee had a little breakdown defensively that time. Calathes found the opening.
First 2 of the half for the Gators. Tyler Smith. Good soft touch.
I'll tell you, you get inside 15 feet with that basketball with a one-on-one move. There are very few defenders that can keep him from scoring.
Tyler Smith with 11 points now for the Vols as Calathes misses the 3. And Cruz can't handle the rebound. Off to Cruz and out of bounds. He had inside position. But Sinola, Cruz Pro saying just grab the basketball.
I think he got a little bit of a bump from Spates. Somebody knocked him off balance a little bit, and he just dropped it off his shoulder.
Well, we saw the end of it there. But... And Calathes, again for the Gators. He has the 2 buckets they have in this second half, keeping them in it. They're up by 8 again.
Cruz wants it inside. Lofton says, I'll take it.
Missed the 3, rebounded by Mitchell. Again in the hands of Nick Calathes.
That might have been a pretty quick shot by Chris.
Mitchell feeds Spates. Turns, hits.
Talk about his offensive potential. Early on, he has really played well the last month of this season.
He's 7 for 7 tonight.
Not only his scoring, but his rebounding.
Pretty shot. Duke Cruz goes up and under and over the top.
There's a lot of schooling going on down inside. Cruz and Tyler Smith really showing how to operate inside close to that basket.
You know, Tennessee's hitting 52% for the game. Not exactly chopped liver for the Vols. Just been overwhelmed by the 66% shooting by the Gators. That's a foul on Lofton. Well, we did. At the O-Dome in Gainesville. 15-18 left to go, 61-53. Remember, the Gators started the game by hitting their first 9 shots, but the second half only 3 of 5.
Only 3 of 5.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I've felt like that a couple times. Kind of topsy-turvy. You do that? Are you good? Are you good at that?
I am not good at that, but I have seen you. Yeah, I've seen you topsy-turvy. Not like that though. That would hurt my head. Really hurt my head.
In my experience, not a whole lot hurts your head. 61-53 game. Gators with the lead and the basketball. Just under 5 minutes gone by in the second half.
Jordan Howell into the game, picking up Lucas here. Howell gave him some pretty good minutes in that first half. Look at Juwan Smith out there on Calathes.
Shot clock at 10. Parsons put it in with the left hand as he was fouled. Back rim, no good on the free throw. Howell, the rebound for the Volunteers. 10-point game. Juwan Smith. That's a 2, had a foot on the line.
How good has he been in his career in Tennessee? I mean, what a great compliment he is to Chris Lofton. I mean, when you think you've got to focus your defense on Lofton, you forget about Juwan Smith, and he can shoot it equally as well as Lofton does.
Here's a call away from the ball, and it's whistled on Mitchell of Florida. His first foul and the 4th against the Gators as the Volunteers try to sustain their second half comeback.
Good job by Lucas fighting over that screen.
Tyler Smith, a little too much that time, but tapped it to himself. He was out of bounds, however, and turned it over to Florida. 6 minutes played in the second half. Gators with the ball and the 5-point lead, or the 8-point lead. Spates draws the double team from Jawan Smith. Cross-court pass, Lucas. 8 to shoot. Lucas forced that one. Howell got a piece of it. Scramble for it. Out of bounds.
That's another possession. Tennessee's defense was really good. Florida having difficulty getting open. They're setting screens, Florida is, but Tennessee doing a nice job of fighting over those screens. I said that was one of the keys to the game, was their ability to guard against those screens that Florida sets, and they've done a nice job in the second half.
Lofton. Calathes wades in for the rebound.
Jordan Howell trying to put some pressure on Calathes out top.
Here's Calathes, missed it. Back tap, but taken by Prince. Numbers for Tennessee. Lofton, ball fake, 3 on its way, good!
The coolness, the detachment, simply the catch and the shot. He's done a lot of that in his career.
And here's another turnover.
Nice play by Cruz, stepping in there to get that pass.
Prince, out of control. Lucas set up to take the charge. He had numbers, but he wouldn't give the ball up. Offensive foul. And it's his fourth on J.P. Prince.
Watch again. Pretty good job by Lucas. He might have been moving just a little bit to the right. But what caused that was Prince moving forward like that with his shoulder down. As you said, Tom, his 4th personal foul. He's going to have to spend some time over there on Bruce Pearl's bench.
Tennessee's had plenty of opportunities, hoping Lightning will strike twice. This game following the same pattern as the earlier meeting in Knoxville. Werner misses. Parsons is fouled. No basket.
In his entire career, we've watched Chris Lofton make a lot of shots. He always, as I said, remains detached, always seems to be in control of himself. That time he knew where he was going with that shot. Good ball fake.
411 three-point field goals in his career. Big game up in Vanderbilt tonight in Memorial Gym. 63-58 here, and up at Memorial Gym. That Memorial Magic comes through again. In overtime, Vandy remains unbeaten at home with a 1-point win in overtime over Mississippi State. Boy, Mississippi State playing well down the stretch, aren't they? Taking Vandy to overtime and then losing by 1. But Vandy's still alive, hoping to catch Kentucky in the #2 spot in the SEC East. Vandy plays at Alabama on Saturday. Kentucky hosts Florida on Sunday.
Comes down to the final weekend.
Calathes, pass to Spates. How to get that one in there? Another assist for Nick Calathes, and the finish from Maurice Spates.
Well, Calathes well on his way to a double-double. He almost had a triple-double against Tennessee in Knoxville.
Lofton to Williams, missed the shot because he was fouled by Parsons.
Well, Tom, we've talked about it all season, the ability.
8 assists now for Nick Calathes, and Maurice Spates has hit 8 of 8.
I wonder how many of those are Calathes passes that he's.
Brian Williams knocks down 2 free throws for the Volunteers. I don't know what's going on over at the scores table tonight, but they've also changed that last foul on J.P. Prince. It was not his 4th, it was his 3rd. It was supposed to be on Cruz instead. That's the 3rd time tonight they've had a mix-up over there, and I don't know what's going on. Calathes driving on Howell, and Jordan fouled him.
Something and make the decision about what he wants to do with it. I think that's very wise on Billy Donovan's part. You know, Bruce Pearl talked to me about that today. He says Calathes is just so hard to guard. He does so many things well. I could say the same thing about his guards too.
There is Calathes against Howell. Got a screen from Spates. Williams jumped out on him, and Parsons launches a 3. Back rim, Spates gives it right back to him.
Good long rebound. Usually do get a long carom when you take that three-point shot. Speights was in the right position.
Chisholm nearly fouled Hodge away from the ball, but it did call Hodge to turn it over. Way out on the floor.
Hodge is going to take a breather. Watch it again right here. He's got the ball. Now watch it. He puts his hands on it. That's a good call. He had possession of the ball, and he dropped it, put it on the floor. Billy Donovan has no argument.
Chisholm way out on the floor to harass him. Lofton nearly lost it and is pushed and fouled by Calathes.
Actually, he was clipped.
Yeah. Illegal block in the back. Look at the turnovers. The Gators turned it over 7 times already in the second half after only 4 in the first. 6 fouls apiece now in the team foul variety.
I think it's one of the reasons why Tennessee's gotten back in this game.
Catch and shoot, Juwan Smith, a beauty.
Well, I tell you what, he is a joy to watch. He puts that ball in his hands, and it's going to go up. And he gets great elevation on his jump shot.
12 points for him. Just past the midway point. Florida's lead, one time at 16. Cut to 2 with that 12-4 run. Tennessee foul.
Tom, earlier I mentioned the fact that while Lofton is a great three-point shooter, Juwan Smith is right there with him at about 38% beyond the three-point line. These guys are 2 great weapons to have out there. He's had a pretty good rebounding evening, too. I don't know, 3, 4, maybe 5.
I'm looking at the monitor. 2 for 16 points and 8 assists.
Good move, Juwan Smith again.
Took it right to the rim, unimpeded almost, and then put it through. Juwan Smith.
I think it shows you the versatility of Juwan Smith. I mean, his ability to put it on the deck and get it to the rim, but he can shoot the 3 as well as anybody.
Williams with a reach in.
A lot of Smiths on the floor tonight for Tennessee, and this is one of the better ones. Juwan right here with a nice turn. Went right by Calathes and laid it in, and no help on the offside that time by Florida's defense.
Lamar Smith comes back in for Tennessee. Back there, no good. Tyler Smith. Three-pointer up and no good by Chisholm. Somehow tapped in, but no, will not count. Over the back foul on Lamar Smith.
I tell you what, it almost looked like to me that Lamar Smith might have tipped that in without going over the body. Let's take a look at it again to see if in fact he did or he didn't. I think it happened after he had touched it.
Spurl not happy with the call.
He never is when it goes against him. Season this year for these Volunteers.
Gators with the ball and a 2-point lead. Had an open 3, but passed it up. Calathes fighting to get away from Juwan Smith. Chisholm comes to help. Chisholm blocked it. Speights is fouled.
Smith right around him. Juwan Smith with a long-range 3 right there. Here he is with another one coming off to the right side. And here's this maneuver around Calathes. 3 different places on the floor, and he scored from every place that we just showed you. This guy can flat score from just about any place.
Maurice Speights makes the free throw. 71%, 4th in the SEC. They may need him. It's 69-65. Balls with the ball. Tyler Smith. Tapped once, twice. Chisholm kept it alive. Last touch by Florida.
Substitution for Florida, number 25, Chandler Parsons.
Good strong comeback by Tennessee in this second half.
Deflected by Werner, out of bounds.
It's no secret the turnovers by Florida have really helped Tennessee. They've taken advantage of them.
Alex Tyus in for Maurice Speights. Chisholm floats it into, or Smith, Tyler Smith floats it into Chisholm. Here's Lofton. Checked by Lucas. Step back three.
Amazing. You have to guard him so close. You have to be right almost inside his jersey.
15 points for Chris Lofton. Coming down to the 8-minute mark, and the lead is only 1 for the Gators. Parsons made a nice catch. In traffic, he's pushed. And with 1 tick under 8 minutes left in the game from Gainesville, the Gators trying to hold off the on-charging Volunteers. (69-68). What was once a 16-point Florida lead has been trimmed to only 1. And they're not dancing in the aisles as much as they were in the first half. Albert Alligator getting.
Well, it's been a good comeback by Tennessee. They hung in there after getting almost blown out of this gym in the first 15 minutes of this game. It was so reminiscent of what happened in Knoxville earlier in the year. Certainly Florida's battling a little tougher in this second half than they did in the second half in Knoxville.
He'll shoot 2.
Chandler Parsons will shoot 2. That's 2 badly. So Tennessee with a chance to take its first lead of the game. Chisholm for 3. No good. Parsons tapped it, but Werner fell down, so it came right to Juwan Smith. Look what I found. And the Vols are in front for the first time.
And it took them 32 minutes to get there.
Hodge collides. Offensive foul, Walter Hodge.
Sometimes you just get lucky. Here's the miss. Parsons taps the ball. Juwan Smith just steps in and grabs it. Werner fell down. Parsons was trying to tap the ball to him.
Go back just for a minute, Larry, to that 1-point overtime win, Vanderbilt over Mississippi State. Shane Foster hit the winning 3 with 2.7 seconds left. He had 42 for the game.
How about that?
Juwan Smith from 3-point range. And Smith has lightened it up. 7 minutes remaining. Biggest lead for Tennessee. How will the Gators respond here? The young Florida Gators. Calathis missed the layup. And Spates lost it out of bounds.
Boy, it has been all Volunteers in this second half. So far, Florida has only scored 14 points in this second half.
Juwan Smith, another 3. Good! Timeout, Florida.
Boy, as hot as Hodge was in the first half, Juwan Smith is the star in the second half.
Juwan Smith now with 22 points. He's hit 4 of 6 from 3-point range. And with timeout on the floor,
The conversation for Billy Donovan and the Florida Gators right now in that huddle, they've got to find some way to slow down Juwan Smith. The problem they've got, if they go out and try to challenge him, it opens it up down on the inside for the guys that love to play in there, the Tyler Smiths and the Wayne Chisholms of the world. I'll tell you what, Florida right now is under the gun. They need this win. Tennessee playing for a seed, a #1 seed in the NCAA tournament, and also the SEC championship if they can pick one up here. Juwan Smith right there with that 3. As Tom indicated, he has been absolutely on fire. That was a tough shot.
Tennessee showing why they're one of the best teams in the country. Said with that hot start as it's slapped away from Calathis. And he's over and back.
I thought that ball was knocked in the backcourt. Unless he got possession. If he got possession and stepped on the line, then it is over and back.
Watch it.
Let's see if in fact get possession. Well, Tony Green felt that he did.
Now Billy Donovan out on the floor with a question.
Well, he's got a technical.
Is that it?
They got him a technical for going out on the floor.
And Lofton misses. We'll have one more. Second one is good. Well, as Florida came out hitting their first 9 shots of the game, we said that Tennessee was just trying to weather the storm and stay in there. And that's exactly what they did. They come out smoking to start the second half. And the script of game 1 in Knoxville being followed here in Gainesville. Chisholm reverses at home.
Boy, what a nice move that was. Spates was in position to block it. Chisholm smart enough to take the ball to the other side.
What an amazing comeback. Down 16. They now lead by 10 with 6 minutes left.
Tom, I think it shows the maturity of this Tennessee basketball team.
Another impressive run by the Volunteers. It's Calathes misses another layup. That's 2 he's missed down the stretch. And the young Gators seem to just hit a wall as they did against Vanderbilt and as they did against Tennessee. A 14-0 run, 14-0 run by the Volunteers.
This is why Tennessee is so good. I mean, they don't look at diversity as a problem. They come back and power.
Juwan Smith missing that step back 3. He is human after all. Gators need some buckets. Approaching 5 minutes. Spates way out on the court.
A lot of patience right now by this Florida half-court offense.
10 to shoot. I don't think they want Spates standing out by the 3-point line. They want him inside. Here's Calathes. Collision. Foul. Called on Tennessee. So 4 personal fouls.
Are we sure?
Well, that's right. Say anything too quickly. Lamar Smith throws it right past Chris Lofton. Tennessee turnover.
Well, you're talking about Florida needing baskets. This is where they have to come up. Keep it on Calathes.
This young Florida team, can they come back against one of the best in the nation? Werner's 3 is good. That's a start.
He had 3 of those in the first half. Gators back within 5. Tennessee's not in much of a hurry right now, Tom.
4 minutes remaining. To shoot. Tyler Smith got it away. No good. And they have to separate the players. Tyus. A wild one at the O-Dome tonight. 79-74, and we had a couple of players square off a minute ago. Had to be separated.
Watch Werner right here and Tyler Smith going at it. They both come up with a basketball right here. You can see the tie-up. No problem right there. And then Tyler Smith comes right into Werner's face. And that's when they had to separate them.
Werner backing his way in. Back to Calathes for 3. Good! And a foul! Makes it a 2-point game, but Juwan Smith will step to the Tennessee free throw line. In the Florida lineup.
Now they got to be very careful out there. It's getting heated. These teams are really squaring off against each other. Oh, great follow right in the side by Cruz.
Cruz couldn't get it down. The lead is 1.
Crowd is asking for defense. Hodges got Lofton. Lofton, three, good! What a hand in his face, wow! I mean, how good are these two guards in this second half? Juwan Smith and Chris Lofton have just carried this load in the second half for the Volunteers.
Lofton has 19, Juwan has 23. Werner screen for Calathes. Werner takes it to the rim, missed it, no, went in.
I'll tell you, Dan Werner's had a good game tonight for Florida.
Werner has 15 points.
6 above his average.
Lofton, another three. Short on that one. Taken by Hodge. Hodge still on the move. Takes it all the way in. Jordan Howe fouled him.
Second half.
That was Hodge's first free throw of the game. Second coming. And first missed the second one, so only has 1 point in this second half. Florida now on a 13-4 run. It's pulled them within 1. Lofton, Hodge sticks right with it. Back to Lofton. Lofton's runner. And a blocking foul, I believe, on Florida. Maurice Spates with the blocking foul puts the league's best free throw shooter at the stripe.
You know what I liked about this play? The fact that Chris Lofton says, give me the ball, and I'll show you what to do with it. He went right by his man, got to the inside, and drew the foul. This is a guy who wants the ball at the end of the game. That's what I like about him.
He's hit 3 of his 4 free throws.
It's interesting having the conversation with him I did at the beginning of the game, before the game started. He is such a quiet, unassuming young man. He just goes about his business. But he goes out there, he's just a tenacious competitor.
Last year's SEC Player of the Year. Numbers aren't quite as gaudy this year. Probably not going to repeat, but one of the greats in SEC history.
Well, he's got so much more help this year than he had last season.
3-point game with 2 minutes. Calathes skips it over to Werner. Back out to Calathes for 3. It's good.
Who's going to be left standing?
Well, we praised the Volunteers for their comeback. Ditto for the Florida Gators, the young Gators, reaching down deep and coming back to tie the game.
And it's been Werner and Calathes that have led the charge.
Juwan Smith turned away. Here's Chisholm on the low block against Spates. Partially blocked. Calathes has it, and the Gators with a chance to regain the lead.
And to think they were down 10 just moments ago. Let Calathes handle it.
Screen from Spates. Inside the final minute. Calathes looks to Billy Donovan.
Bad matchup for Tennessee. Chisholm out on Calathes.
8 to shoot. Calathes does a 3. I don't know if that's the shot they wanted. That's an over-the-back foul on Werner. Well, that was not a good half-court set. Calathes held the ball too long and then had to take a bad shot.
Well, Werner with a nice dribble penetration and pass out to Calathes. Usually it's in reverse. Calathes going in there, giving it to Werner. Calathes with another good game tonight.
Latest possession, though, was not as good, and Calathes forced it. Shot clock ticking down, and then an over-the-back foul on Werner. Missed them both, but Tyler Smith sneaks in for the rebound and the putback.
Boy, set a tremendous rebound.
Calathes, a screen again from Spates.
Just a quick move by Tyler Smith.
Walter Hodge cut off. Bounces to Spates, who's fouled.
By Spates. Let's go back and watch the incredible move here by Tyler Smith all the way across on the other side. He just simply beat Werner to the ball.
He'll shoot 2.
Called the foul on Tyler Smith. Spates has hit 4 of his 5 free throw attempts.
30-second timeout, Tennessee.
Tennessee tries to ice him as they call the timeout with 27.2 left. Well, coming to the final weekend. There you see the timeout situation, both over the foul limit. Possession arrows to the Volunteers. Balls with a 2-point lead. And the Gators will have Maurice Spates. Only 68% at the line for the season, but 4 of 5 tonight. Here's the wrap-up of the SEC action tonight. Spates, first one on its way. No good, short.
Well, what a really kind of an up and down game this has been for these two clubs. I mean, Florida rushing out to that lead, Tennessee taking the lead by 10, and Florida battling back.
Spates hits 1 of 2. You notice he has not missed a shot from the floor tonight. 8 for 8. Full court pressure from the Gators. Tyler Smith dishing to Chisholm, who has knocked down bodies everywhere. Chisholm took a hard foul.
Tyler Smith really with a nice maneuver this time to get through that Florida press. Pass to the side, and Chisholm's right there, and Werner's going to get the foul.
That's an intentional foul. He grabbed him.
Are they going to say it's intentional?
I don't think so, but
At the line, Wayne Chisholm.
I thought he just grabbed him.
He'll shoot 2.
Chisholm will shoot 2 free throws. Not ruled an intentional foul.
Chisholm not a very good free throw shooter.
That look good. 49% on the season.
Well, whatever Florida does offensively after this free throw will be dictated by what Chisholm does at the free throw line.
So the Gators take the 30-second timeout. And coming up Sunday, starts next week. And we'll be at Thompson Bowling Arena as the South Carolina Gamecocks. Dave Odom's last trip into Knoxville. Chris Lofton's last game at home as Tennessee hosts South Carolina on Sunday, most of these stations.
It's been some game.
It has been a memorable contest. Florida hitting the first 9 shots of the game, led by as many as 16. Tennessee came out, overwhelmed the Gators at the start of the second half. They led by as many as 10. Then Florida had its own comeback, and here we are with 18.5 seconds left. A 2-point game, and Chisholm hoping to make it 3. Got them both.
How about that? How about the pressure of making those 2 free throws?
Clutch free throws by Wayne Chisholm. It's a 3-point game. Kalafis. Werner going to drive in. Collision, bodies on the floor again. And Werner is fouled by Jawan Smith.
Florida penalties number 21, Dan Werner, his 5th.
Well, there's no question right now that Florida needed a 3, but they feel like they got enough time. I'll tell you what, I thought Werner might have charged them. It's a pretty good position by the Tennessee defense. Makes no difference. They're going to get the free throws.
Substitution for Florida, number 0, Jonathan Mitchell.
Well, they did call
They did call it on him, yeah.
Again, that's where the referees differed, and one overrules the other. And Werner is assessed the foul.
I saw one official call a blocking foul.
He did indeed. Tyler Smith has it deflected out of bounds.
Did the ball hit his foot?
I don't know. That's what they're discussing again. Again, the officials, 2 officials saw it differently. confusion reigns here in Gainesville tonight.
Well, let's see what happens here. I think we're going to have a chance to watch this.
This is huge, of course.
They're going to get Florida the ball.
It hit his left foot, I think. It hit Tyler Smith's left foot while he was standing out of bounds. Bruce Pearl gets the explanation. So with 6.9, the Gators get it back, and they definitely need a 3 this time. Gators take a timeout. Trying to plan a 3-point shot with 6.9 seconds left.
Tom, I'll tell you one thing. Mike Kitts had a great look at it from the side over there, and he's the one who's telling Bruce Pearl what happened.
Gators have used their final timeout. It's been a wild game, or what?
It has. It has been fun. Tennessee, let's watch this again.
Gets in there on the left foot.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well, I tell you, Mike Kitts had just a perfect view of it from where he was standing.
But again, the officials with 2 different calls have to reconcile it. Goes the Gators' way, and that's happened numerous times tonight, along with the foul mix-ups. But the game has overcome all of that.
Most entertaining. Tennessee trying to win an SEC championship tonight after Vandy beat Mississippi State in Nashville. It's got to be a 3.
Parsons will throw it in, does to Spates. Looking for Calathis, comes off the screen, firing a 3, no good. Out of bounds, Tennessee's ball, and the Vols, with half a second left, will overcome a 16-point deficit to take the SEC championship on unfriendly territory in Gainesville. Hats off to the Tennessee Vols, ranked 4th in the nation, showing why they're one of the U.S. best basketball teams. Billy Donovan and the Gators came out smoking, hitting the first 9 shots, led by as many as 16. But Tennessee came back in the second half. They led by 10 before the Gators mounted their own comeback. But in the end, it's the veteran Vols that hold on to win it and take the SEC regular season championship. The final score is Tennessee 89 and Florida 86. Some game, huh?
It was terrific and well played. Second half, it was Juwan Smith that led the way.
He had 23, Lofton had 21. Tom Hammond for Larry Conley saying, so long you've been watching Alltel Raycom SEC basketball.
Rick Nyman.
Vols coach Bruce Pearl called Florida one of the toughest places to play in the country. And tonight, the Gators tried to back up Pearl's declaration with an incredible first half. Talk about a fast start. The Gators hit their first 9 shots. Are you kidding me? Florida wanted to win over 4th-ranked Tennessee to impress the NCAA tournament committee. They hit 68% of their shots in the first half, but Tennessee tried to ride out the storm. Juwan Smith, the 3, as UT trailed 55-42 at halftime. Second half, and Tennessee got it rolling. Near the 8-minute mark, Juwan taps this one in to give UT a 1-point lead. On the next series, Juwan buries a 3. He had 23. Vols went on a 14-0 run to go up by 10. Florida then rallied. 44 seconds left, tied at 85. Juwan misses the foul shot, but Tyler Smith gets the board and put back. Vols win 89-86. They also claim the SEC regular season championship because Mississippi State was also a loser tonight.